The best stocks to buy. Let's talk about it. So if you're watching this video, I am assuming you are very new, maybe absolutely brand new. But the point being, you have some interest in the stock market, and now you want to know what are good stocks to buy. You know, what are the best stocks to buy out there? And I put this in the Trading 101 section of my website because it serves up a perfect example of why people right off the get-go get themselves in trouble. And the reason I'm calling it best stocks to buy is actually the cameraman, he's all good with the internet and the SEO and all that sort of stuff. So he was looking up popular search terms that people use. And best stocks to buy is one of the most popular search terms out there. And of course, people that are going to be doing that is not going to be some, professional trader on Wall Street. They're going to know. It's not going to be some hedge fund owner. They're going to know. It's going to be more newer people. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing new people. But like I said, I want to circle back to why people right off the get-go get in trouble. And maybe you've heard the stats where 90% of people fail. And this is just a quick area of why people fail and how it all works. Because when you think about a ton of people searching for that term, but this term is just, it doesn't do anything other than potentially lead people down the wrong path. Now, yeah, in some cases, maybe it'll lead them perfectly down the right path. But how can something that you may think, wait, that's very logical to Google, to search for? I agree, it's very logical, but the tricky part of trading is what is logical in many other areas of life is not logical for trading. And the problem here is, how do we define words? And the key word here that we need to define is best. That is just so broad that, again, for somebody that's new, this makes perfect sense. Yeah, best stocks to buy. I want to make money. In order to make money, you want the best. Yes, but we got to break down best. And if you don't do that, or if you don't know how to do that, you're going to be potentially barking up the wrong tree, because who knows what's coming up. And it's all boiling down to perspective. Now, I have no idea what else pops up when you run the search, but you're going to have different videos talking about the best stocks to buy. But what is that person's perspective in terms of what they're explaining? What do I mean by that? Well, what you need to do as somebody that's new, if you're not new, I'm assuming you've turned this video off, but you need to think, well, what exactly am I looking to do? What exactly is my strategy going to be? Meaning, right off the get-go, at the very hierarchy of everything, do I want to invest? That's the worst looking question mark I've ever seen. It even got worse. Anyways, that's a question mark. Do I want to invest or do I want to trade? Come on, let me see if I can redeem myself. There we go. Now, if you're not quite sure, well, what's the difference between investing and trading? I'll put a link to a video below that I've done where I explain in detail investing versus trading. But that's where you got to start. After this, you got to think trading breaking down. Do I want to day trade? Do I want to swing trade? And the reason this all matters is somebody that, let's just say, wants to invest, their definition of best is going to be vastly different than somebody that wants to day trade. Somebody that is wanting to swing trade, their definition of a best stock to buy, of best, is going to be very, very different than one of these other categories. But to just throw a broad, generalized term out there and then start watching videos or reading blog articles on it or whatever, I mean, like I said, maybe the stars will all align and you actually want to be an investor, and then you're going to come across somebody that is talking about investing. All right, well, that's fine. But in many situations, you may, if you're coming at it with somebody who says, yeah, I want to be buying and selling every 5 minutes. Yeah, I want to be buying and selling every couple hours or couple days. Well, if you're watching somebody that's talking about best stocks to buy from an investment standpoint, where this person wants to hold stocks for the next 30 years, you're already starting to distort what you're trying to accomplish. Again, going back to the whole how people get in trouble from the get-go is people are distorting, how things actually work. And as soon as you start to distort how the market works, you're going to confuse yourself. You're going to start to develop false assumptions about things. You're going to get false impressions, thinking, oh, well, something negative about that, which is actually not negative because it just doesn't fit into your perspective. So the key thing here that I'm trying to really get across is, what do you want to do? Do you envision yourself investing? Do you envision yourself trading? Again, if you watch the video, so the video is down below on what you're looking to do. Because to just search for things like that, again, I'm not bashing you, because that's a great thing to search for. It makes perfect sense. I want to make money. The best way to make money is to find the best stocks. Perfectly logical. You are not illogical at all. But figure out your perspective, and then you can start to add things on. Best stocks to buy for long-term investing. Best stocks to buy for short-term day trading. Now, hopefully you come across some of my courses, because I would love to teach you the answer to those questions. But even if you don't, the point here being is you got to narrow down your searches, or else you're going to throw yourself and let this word potentially take over. And as soon as things start to get distorted from the get-go, bad habits show up, and bad habits can be very hard to break. So what are the best stocks to trade? What are the best stocks to buy? I have no idea, because I need to first ask you, well, are you looking to invest? Are you looking to trade? What kind of trading are you looking to do? There needs to be more questions to ask. And then to take this a little bit more as kind of a teaser, but even this is bad, because, well, buy. Sometimes the best stocks are not to buy. Sometimes the best stocks are to what we would say is sell, or to short. I'll put a video down below too in regarding to what is shorting. But that's more advanced, so if you want to skip over that part, that's fine. But the point here is this whole saying is assuming that the best thing to do is actually to buy, where in some cases the best thing to do is sell, or what, again, we would call short. So a lot of just kind of bad, false assumptions based on this here. Again, I fully realize why people would use this, but big point here being, got to stop, dig a little deeper, and get the proper perspective, so that when you start to do research and start to try to figure out things, the stars are going to align a little bit better for you, and hopefully things aren't distorted. Like I said, a quick plug for my courses. If you are looking to trade, whether it's day trading or swing trading, I do offer courses on that. So we'll put the links down below, and you can check that stuff out. But if not, that's totally cool too. I hope that I've just kind of opened up your eyes of why, if you were searching for some sort of phrase similar to this, that's a pretty risky thing to do. Any questions, comments, definitely leave those down below. Thanks for listening and hopefully paying attention.